Hey YouTube, what's happening? This is the Brosman coming at you with my Coleman CT200U-EX mini bike. I've had this bike for about 12 months now. I'm retired, so I have a lot of time to sit around and look at it and just modify stuff. So these are the mods that I've done over the last 12 months. I haven't cut anything off the bike or welded anything onto the bike or modified the stock frame in any way. So any of the mods that you see done here could all be unbolted or taken off the bike to return the bike to its completely stock looking configuration. Why would anyone ever do that? I don't know. Anyway, it's just kind of a basic rule of mine. I didn't want to monkey anything up that I couldn't reverse. Anyway, over the last 12 months, these are some of the mods that I've done to this Mini. I hope you like it. Please let me know if you do. If you want me to expand on any of the items here, I would be happy to. So let's start off with the basics, just the aesthetics. I blacked out the front fork legs, the center of the wheels, center of the hub in the back, just to give it some contrast. To add a little speed to the bike, when I removed the rear wheel to do some mods, I painted the sprocket, little custom action, so it doesn't look so stock. That's it with the paint. As far as mods go, let's start here with the muffler. The muffler mods consist of a deflector here for exhaust gases to eliminate the black sooty action that you'd get on your chain guard and the back fender here, so that eliminates that. I've got a heat shield here to protect my leg from the heat that rises from the muffler. I'm sitting on the bike, you can see. So I've got a heat shield here. I've got an air scoop underneath of it to increase airflow to the muffler and get good circulation. So 3 mods to the muffler, but still stock, still got the spark arrestor on it. Modified the chain guard. The plastic chain guard rattles on a stock unit. I bought some ball lock pins from Ace Hardware. And I opened up the hole here about to 1/4 inch, and the ball lock pin now will go in and out here. It just makes for easy removal of the chain guard. This spring is just because I like it. And I think it makes the bike go faster with that spring on there. So you might want to get one of these springs because, like I said, you put that spring on there, you're going to pick up 5 or 6 miles an hour easily, just because it looks neat. Anyway, on the chain guard, besides the rattling that I eliminated, on the center here, I went down to Ace and got these they have these plastic caps. So I drilled a hole in the middle of this, large enough to fit a socket through and an extension, and the socket is there so that you can tighten your centrifugal clutch. Occasionally, you know, periodic maintenance, you got to make sure that little nut in the side on the center of the clutch is tight. So this gives you easy access, you know, on and off. So modified that. Muffler, chain guard, Primus bottle. With all the fun that I have on this bike, it holds over a little over 1 gallon of gas, and it gets great gas mileage. Who the heck knows how many miles per gallon? Somebody out there will have that statistic. Anyway, with just blasting around the neighborhood every day, I've run out of gas 3 or 4 times over that past year, and it's no fun walking home. So I added this piece, made this piece of PVC with a couple of caps on it. These caps with the wing nuts. And inside of it, I have a spare gas bottle. It's a Primus bottle. These are aluminum bottles designed to hold fuel. Okay. I wrapped it in plastic so that it wouldn't rattle around. But that gives me another close to 1/4 tank of fuel. So when you do run out, you'll be back on your ride again. The skid plate is off a KLR 650 motorcycle that I used to have, and looks like it fit on here. I just love the way it fit. Look at the engine protection in here. Clean mounts on the bottom underneath. So you can see there. Anyway, both sides. Look at the engine protection. Slight modifications for the foot pegs to go into, and for the kickstand under here. But other than that, it's good and solid. I had to modify the front fender, shorten it by about 4 inches or so to accept the skid plate under here. And then I took that piece of fender and used it to cover this taillight that I added. I added a taillight. I went on eBay, and for $6 I bought this 12 volt taillight, running light, if you will. There's no brake light on it. It's just a running light. So when the engine's running, this thing's lit up. And then I took that cover, or that piece that I took off the front fender, and used it to cover the light. So it's kind of camouflage the camouflage. Nice clean look, I think. This rear rack is actually off a Coleman CT200U model, which is the base. It's the model below this one. It's a red one. You'll see the red. The mini bike will be red. It'll be all red. There's no storage tank on the front here. It'll have a big square rack here on the back, and then on the front here is where the rack like that will come off of the handlebars. So that's where I got that from. That's my own design as far as my modifications to it. Anyway, no big old bulky side stabilizer bar was required. It's solid as a rock. Anyway, so I've got that mount on there as well. My modifications, bottle, I put fork boots on to cover those legs. This diamond plate is something that I added. The fairing I add. Well, let's take this off. So these bungees remove like this, which shows you also how the front LED light is removed, which allows the fairing to come down, and it allows you to remove your LED work light. Okay, high output LED, rechargeable. So when you get to wherever you're going at night, you can remove this light, and you have awesome light for setting a camp or doing whatever you're going to do in the dark. My own design on the light mount there. This plate is one of my first mods, rubber coated, and then just to fill the gap between those two fork legs. I didn't like that openness there, so I think that with this made a nice clean look to it. The Jimmy Durante locking mechanism for the LED is something that I added when I added the light to the bike. So that goes on like that, just drops in, and then this locks it in place so that's solid. Fairing comes back up and is easily secured with the bungee that I made. These are just regular old bungees, but it makes it solid. It's not going anywhere at all. It doesn't rattle, and got a nice look to it. I have LED lights here. This is a military grade that I found one time. Anyway, you military people probably recognize this or know what this came off of. I don't know what it is, but it's green. It matched the camouflage, and I liked it. Plus, it adds, if I'm someplace and I remove this at night and I'm walking around with this light, I still have lights on my bike. So I have this light here, and I also have a bike light, a mini bike, or not a mini bike, a bicycle light here. And it's one of those ones. You see how bright that is. Just your standard push button light. There we go. That rubber mounted on there. So those are the lights, the fairing, lights, plate, boot, legs, paint, the flagpole holder I will explain in a bit. This pipe I will explain in a bit. I'm going to show you the profile of this. Road Go tires. These Road Go tires are awesome because they go on grass without tearing up the grass. They go on the sand, they go on the rocks. The thing that I like most about them is the street action. Because I ride this on the street every day, and I go blasting, I go ripping through my neighborhoods. The transitions transitions in and out of a cul-de-sac. When you enter into a cul-de-sac, you get that down there, and then you go through the cul-de-sac, around the cul-de-sac, and then come back out. Anyway, when you lean it down like this, you're not getting that bumpy action that you would get with the knobbies that come stock on it. Okay, this is nice smooth transition, so you're, oh yeah, sweet. You'll have fun with it. Go with the mirror. It has ram mounts. These ram mounts are the way to go. I modified and, not modified, I made these from scratch. The steel bar that I bought from Ace Hardware, and made my bash guards just solid as hell. These mounting situation here plays into my canopy design that I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so mirror, bash guards, canopy mount, lights, fairing, removable light, LED light, boots, fuel canister, bash plate, muffler mods, rear rack, rear reflectors, this, blacked out, road go tires, stock, fuel. Okay, that's it. Now, this is my canopy. That's a canopy under there. What do you need a canopy for? Because I live in Arizona, because it's out here 100 degrees out here for like 400 out of the 300 days of the year. Plus I'm old, okay? I don't want to end up like some shriveled up gecko on the side of the road because I threw a chain or ran out of gas again, and I'm out in the sun. Let me show you how this works. Hey YouTube, okay, I'm going to show you how my canopy design is deployed. Ball lock pin, remove the pin. Canopy. That's the canopy design. As you can see, mounted to the flagpole. It's mounted to the fairing, so it turns with the fairing. So it's been tested at 24 miles an hour, going into a headwind and with a tailwind. In and out of transitions of cul-de-sacs, some grass. It's been on some grass. I have not taken it off-road in a very violent, bumpy condition. I didn't know if it would take that kind of abuse. But for riding around the street, for that everyday use, going out and having some fun and having shade at the same time, I mean, it's there. It works fine. It's got good shade. Anyway, that's my shade canopy. So there you have it, YouTube. That's the mods I've got for my mini bike. If you like it, please let me know. This is my first time doing one of these. Let me know. I'll expand on whatever pieces you want. If you don't like it, let me know. If you think it looks overdone, let me know. But I have fun with it. I am not changing my bike. It's my bike. Everybody's got their own bike. Hey, listen, when you guys are young guys, when you're out there riding, be aware of your neighbors. Don't be modifying your bike with some straight pipe where it's loud as hell. It might sound neat and everything to you, but it's not to everybody else in the neighborhood. I don't mean to be a granny here, or try to be a nanny state and tell you how to do your shit, but I'm just letting you know, after 50 years of doing this and being around the block a couple of times, I know what people bitch about. I know what they're gonna not like and what they wouldn't mind. So if your bike is stock and it's not real bad, they're not gonna mind you riding around their neighborhood at all, unless you're being an idiot. So don't be an idiot, because those guys usually end up dead. As always, ride dangerously, take chances, but do it responsibly. Okay, this is the Brosman, and I'm out.